Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cool, and this is Everquest Project 1999. And today we are on the green server on my 58 NECRO defiler here. Got my buffer, as I like to call it. I think everybody calls it that, your buffer, to where you get enough experience to where if you die, you still keep your level. I really don't want to go back to 57. But here we are in the Burning Woods. I've been doing this exploring KUNARK series. It's going really slow, I know. We've done the Over There. We've done Skyfire and Burning Wood, I think so far. Is that right? Pretty sure. And I'll go around the outer part of the zone, then we'll look at the map and make sure we hit every POI. And then if there's any place to get experience in that zone for me, or to show you a camp or something where you can get experience, I like to do that as well. So here we are in Burning Wood. I know this is like the third time we've been here. But like I said, if I find a good spot, I want to let you know about it. So here we are in the giant fort, as you can see. So I wanted to show you this camp here. It's pretty nice. I like it. Everything's green to me, but I think if I was just one level lower, it would be still blue. But let's root rot this giant here while I talk to you. We're gonna root. Got my booties. Ignite blood, which I need to go get my new fire dot. All right, let's just go up the list here. I'm probably not doing it in the right order because I'm not thinking straight at the moment. Dooming Darkness. Do you ever know that you could click your boots and get rid of the world timer, or whatever it called, the downtime in between casts? I've known that for a while, but I haven't. I don't think I've ever said it in a video. So yeah, if you click your journeyman boots in between each cast, it eliminates that cooldown. The global cooldown. That's what it's called. I kept calling it the world. The global cooldown in between casting of spells. You can eliminate that by clicking your journeyman boots in between each cast. But yeah, we're in the giant fort here, and so far it's been pretty good. You got these two giants out front, and the cool thing about these two is you can root one right where he stands, and this other one will not aggro, at least as far as I know. Now, there was some blues down there, and they didn't aggro, so I was going to say, hey, I don't know, they're green, I'm not sure, but I did do a couple blues down there, and they still didn't aggro, so they're just far enough apart, it seems, that they won't aggro if you root them in place. Uh, Now, I was fighting, like I killed this one, right? I rooted him right there, and this one didn't aggro. Okay, this one died. And then I root this one, and I was dotting him up. I was sitting here, and then another giant like walked up right next to him, and he did aggro. So if they get closer, they will aggro, but if they stand where they're standing, then you're fine. Same within here. Nothing has aggroed while I'm killing something else in here. Let's stand up and get this next one going. See how close they are in here? And it doesn't matter. I can root this guy. Root. I should splurt first. Splurt. Ignite blood. Cessation of core. I don't know if this is against terms of service or whatever to click your journeyman boots. I don't think so. What I just do? Dooming darkness now. I do dooming darkness just to make sure if they break a root, they don't come charging at me too hard. Oops, not splurt, you ding dong. I wish I could cancel that easier. This. Sorry, I'll get back into the groove here in a minute. Won't make so many mistakes. Frost Giant Verdant. But see how he's totally dotted up. He's taking damage. He's rooted in place. And this one over here won't aggro. Even this guy here, Gorgile Packlock, he's a blue actually. And even though it says he's ready to attack and everything, I can kill this guy. I can go over there and loot him. I try to stay as far away as I can when I loot him because he does scare me there. Because I did look him up on the wiki, and they say that this guy's like a super giant, like a super cop giant, where he's really resistant to magic. You don't want to mess with him because he's a cheater. He's super resistant. Alright, let's get up and get our loot here. We got this guy. All right, there's nothing in this hut here. Let's wait till we're ready to kill this other guy before we loot that one, just in case. I like to play it safe. I like to get up to 60 mana and all that. But what I did is I killed both those giants down there at the bottom of the ramp, and then I worked my way up here. I set at the top of the ramp, and then I just started picking them off one at a time up in here. And then I started a couple blues spawned down at the bottom of the ramp there, and was killing those. And then I noticed that there's a little bit of wandering mobs out there near those two bottom of the ramp giants. So I think the advice for this camp is to not kill the ones at the bottom of the ramp. Just because of that fact. I mean, if you have nothing else to do, you could pull them up here. I would pull them like midway up the ramp, maybe a little bit closer to the top of the ramp, and root them there instead of at the bottom. I've done that as well, like when the one giant aggroed. I rooted him at the top of the ramp and it was all fine. But seems like these giants have a very small aggro radius as far as social aggro goes. If you're killing one giant, the other one won't come and get you. See, this is a blue here, really deep blue super cop, super giant, and I can root this guy here, and he doesn't even care. A splurt. All right, let's work our way up these dots here. We're going to ignite blood. All right, cessation of core. I need to go get my new fire dot, like I already said. It's just in the over there. I don't know why I just don't go get it. Dooming darkness. You don't have to do that if you don't want. I just like to play it extra safe. Give myself some time in case he breaks root. Which they're going, the verdants, for me, they're going down in one set of dots. But the ancients, like ancients will spawn every once in a while. And those are actually blue to me sometimes. So this isn't just a totally green camp here. There are some blues that do spawn still. So it's not it's not a total waste of time for me, basically. Even the greens give experience too. Even though I'm 58, the greens are giving me experience and blues do spawn. So let's check these two, see if they're both green. I haven't seen a blue verdant yet though. All the verdants have been green, and then the ancients are blue. And I think ancients can spawn in these out here, or these in here. But they definitely spawn out here for sure. So I don't know. It's a good camp. Just in the fact that they don't aggro when you're doing your roots. I saw a shaman sitting in here doing this. Yeah, I already looted that guy. But here's what I do with this guy. I just try to get as far away as I can and loot him just to make sure that that dude over there doesn't aggro me. I'm not sure if he would or wouldn't if I got closer, and I don't really want to test it. I also don't know the spawn timer. I'll have to look that up. There's another guy in there if you're like faster than me, you could go get that one too maybe. But I like to sit right here at the top of the ramp. And my advice would be just to kill the ones inside here. So the one that spawns here, the one that spawns there, and the one that spawns right here. And if you're feeling extra, go get this one. And then if you're super duper extra, you can do the two at the bottom of the ramp. But just remember, stuff does pave right around there. And if you're rooting them in place where they're standing, the other giant won't aggro that's standing on the other side of the ramp. But anything that runs by that gets any closer than that will aggro and run up the ramp and come get you. So just something to keep in mind. Like I said, they're green to me, the verdants, but the ancients are blue. The ancients do take more than one round of dots, usually. Maybe if I had my pyromancy dot, maybe I could get them down one, but I don't know. Not sure. And there's some giants running around out here. Like if you have a group up in here, I mean, you could pull other stuff from out there too. I don't know if you can handle this guy though. I think he's one of those like Sergeant Slate or Super Cops on the floor and Kalithan type dudes where you just don't want to mess with them. You can't root them, you can't snare them. You're not gonna be able to hit them with anything. The only way you could do it is like tanking and spanking. So I guess if you have like a big tank and a big, huge mana pool cleric, you could maybe mess with them, but I wouldn't recommend it as a solo. Now here we have an ancient. Nice. All right, see, it's blue. So I'm getting experience from the greens, and then a blue will pop every once in a while, and it's not few and far between. It's like, um, you know, pretty often a blue will pop. But let's make sure I have a solid 60% before I mess with this guy. And I haven't had any trouble with them aggroing each other, socializing, you know. Only the one time at the bottom of the ramp when a stray giant that was roaming. That's the only time it's happened. All right, let's do all of our dots on this guy. Let's see if we can get him down in one round, or is it going to take two? We shall see. Dooming Darkness. And Vexing Mordania. And taking a seat. Now, the one time I did come up in here, the shaman that was up here, he was sitting like right here. So I don't know if this is a better spot or not. I've only been doing this for maybe an hour now, so I'm not sure. But I think right here at the top of the ramp seems pretty fine to me. That way I can see everything. I guess if you sat there, I feel like if you sat there, you wouldn't be able to see this guy. And I don't know. The main ones I'm killing are like this guy and this guy. And then if I have time, I'll kill the one back there. So, yeah. And I was trying to kill these two, like I said, and then a stray giant just happened to roam over in aggro, and it kind of caused a little bit of a problem where I had to root him at the top of the ramp and finish the one off, and then the other one spawned, and then I was like in a situation. So just to avoid a situation, I would say just stick to the ones inside the fort, and don't mess with the ones at the bottom of the ramp unless you have to. Unless you're better than me, you're faster than me, or you have a group or something like that. I guess I can get them in one round with my fire dot too. But yeah, and I wouldn't mess with this guy at all. I don't think he drops anything special. I don't know what he's for or anything. All I know is he's a super giant that's super magic resistant, and he doesn't drop anything that's worth messing with him about. Alright, got that one down. Got experience. Can't really tell you how experience is going. Most of them are green for me. But I feel like if you were, I think the best level range for this would be probably, I can't tell you for sure, but 57 would probably be amazing. 56 would probably be really good. 55, maybe even 54. So somewhere in that range, 54 to 57 would probably be really good for this. I don't know when the verdants turn green. That would be like right before they turn green would be probably perfect. Otherwise, you might, the ancients might be a little bit too hard, or, and you don't want the verdants to be green, so you want that sweet spot. So it'd probably be, if not 57, then it's 56. Maybe 50, 55, 56, 57 is what I would say is perfect for this. And I know other people probably do it at lower levels and whatnot. I'm just saying for a solo necromancer or shaman or even a mage, I think could do this. Enchanter even. Anything that has like a root, some way to root, could probably do this. Alright, we got our 60 mana. Let's grab our loot over here. They drop some weird stuff like giant axes and hammers and stuff. I'm not sure how much they're worth yet because I haven't gone back to town with them. So I'm not sure how the loot is for these guys, but I think the experience would be pretty nice because you could just keep killing and killing. I don't think you're going to kill so many that you're going to be sitting here with nothing to kill. But yeah, let's do splurt, hit our boots, ignite blood, hit our boots, cessation of core. You want to see how long it takes without hitting the boots? Let's watch the boots again. Ready? Boots. It's right back up. Alright, now let's not hit the boots. See, I think it's a little bit faster, like just a hair. Instead of waiting on that cast, you cast your boots, and you can do it right away. And if you're casting as many spells as I am, You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different spells, and I can cut a half a second out of. That's 3 whole seconds that I just saved myself, where I'm sitting and I'm medding instead of sitting there waiting for spells. The global cooldown. How's my lich already wearing off? That's crazy. I feel like I just put it on right before I started this video. Oh well. Let's stand lich. We need our lich, our super clarity. Better than clarity. But yeah, I got mana shield on, mana skin, whatever it's called. Shield of the Magi. Got my journeyman boots. Another good thing about casting your journeyman boots between every cast, other than it saving you like a split second of a global cooldown, is that you always have them on. That way they don't wear off. You don't have to recast them. You're not worried about it wearing off at the worst possible time. They're always on because you're always clicking on it. Got our lich, of course. I did have Dead Man floating on. I feel like Dead Man floating is kind of distracting for me sometimes. But we are killing another Ancient right now, by the way. And he's blue again. So, and there's another one popped over there. So enough blues up here that it might still be okay for 58 as well. Let's kill this last Ancient. I don't want to make this video super long, but yeah. Probably the best camp in Burning Woods would be this place right here, the Forest Giant Fort. If you want to know where it is, check out my previous video, Burning Woods Part 2, where we checked out every point of interest in Burning Woods. It's pretty much right in the middle. You come down out of Skyfire. I pretty much went straight south, and then I veered off a little bit, I think east maybe. And it's on like this big hill. You'll see it. It's pretty easy to spot. It's a huge fort on a hill with a crater like under it. If you can't find it, there's like this big path in the middle of the zone. If you can find that big path, then just head north up that path and then go off to the northwest a little bit at the top of that path, and you should be able to find it that way. If you can't find that path, then go down to, I think, Dreadland Zone Line, and then just go straight north, maybe a little bit east, and you'll hit the path. Follow the path north, get to the end of the path, go northwest, and you'll find the fort. So either straight south out of Skyfire Zone Line, and then head a little bit east, or straight northwest from the top of the path that's in the middle of the zone. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever been to Burning Woods, you probably know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's kill this other Ancient over here. Just gotta step up a little bit to get to that guy, you know? Alright, let's go with Splurt. If you know what you're going to cast right away and you do it fast enough, I feel like this is a little bit faster. But let me know. Let me know in the comments if you disagree that the Journeyman boot thing isn't any faster. We'll not click on it again for our last spell here just to see. Alright, so I'm not going to click on it this time. I feel like I'm waiting, boom. So maybe one, split second faster. So this game, any minute you can gain, any second you can gain of sitting and meditating, casting 6 spells, saving half a second on 6 spells, gains me 3 more seconds of meditating, which is half a tick, which could add up over time, type of stuff. Could be the difference between having a feigned death or not, or having a root or not, or them dying before they break a root. I don't know. I just feel like it's slightly faster. And it could get you out of a jam. Like, let's say you cast root and they resist, and your global cooldown is still on, and they're attacking you. If you hit your boots and then cast the root again, maybe you could save your own life instead of dying in that half a second. I don't know. I don't think it's like if you have to do it or anything, or that's gonna make a huge difference. But yeah, just a little tip for you. You never know what kind of tips you're gonna hear in these videos. But I'm not like an expert or anything at this game. Just a level 58 Necro that had just a level 58 Necro that once upon a time had a level 60 Warrior. Yeah. So another kill. This guy's back up. Green, and you can get pretty close to them and they won't aggro, but I wouldn't test it. I'm not gonna test it, but get our loot there, platinum, then like sneak over here. Like I'm not trying to get too close. Giant tree flare. Like I said, I don't know how much those are. Maybe we'll do one more kill here, and then that'll be the video for today. But just to reiterate, you got two at the bottom of the ramp here. I guess you could invis past them if you want to, which would probably be the best way to go, and then just start killing from the top of the ramp. But I just killed them, and then I came up, got right here at the top of the ramp, and started killing these. So one spawns there, one spawns there, one spawns there, pretty much on these squares. Pretty much. And then there's one in there. I don't know what else is in there. There might be another. There could be two giants in there for all I know. Not sure. But then there's this guy. I don't think he was there because we've seen this fort before in like I think part 2 of Burning Woods exploration. I just popped in here real quick and didn't kill anything. But I don't think he was there. I don't think he's always there. I think there was just a normal giant there. So if he's there, I guess it's bad luck. And you probably don't want him there because then you'd have another option of something to kill. But the way it's going for me, I'm killing like three of the spawns, and you know, not able to do all 5. So I'm just killing. I'd recommend the ones inside the fort, not the ones at the bottom of the ramp, just to play it super safe because the things that path out here. But so far, nothing has like, for example, path like right under right here where I'm sitting and like maybe aggro it up through the floor. That hasn't happened yet. I guess it's just high enough that they won't aggro even if they go right under you. So that hasn't happened. And when I was sitting outside of the fort, I didn't see anything go like right under the fort really. Maybe like, you know, like maybe under the ramp, but not like right where I'm sitting. So I don't think there's any danger of anything ever like popping up from under the floor that's out there in the main zone out there. So I think up in the fort is pretty safe, especially at the top of the ramp. And then it's really cool because they have a really small social aggro range. They don't care if you root them in place. Now if they're breaking root and running all over the place, that's a whole different story. But so far I've had no trouble up in this fort. And I might do some experiencing up here. I mean, I don't like killing greens, but since it's so easy and safe, I might sit here and do this. I don't know what kind of loot they have, like I said. They drop these giant different named weapons. Isn't there, don't they drop the forest loop or something as well? I did splurt. Okay. Who drops the forest loop? I feel like that's a thing people are always trying to get. Let me look at this name giant before I end the video here, just to see. Giant foreman's tunic, tree weave, straw spun belt, giant grub digger. Forest loop, yeah. Forest loop. So is that this camp? Drops from Burning Woods, a forest giant ancient, a forest giant arbor, a forest giant verdant. So yeah, you're pretty much camping the forest loop if you're doing this camp. So nice little information at the end of the video. It's not worth a ton. It's like 300, 400, 500 plat. But it is 2 AC, 3 Dex, 3 Wiz, 3 Agility, and all. I've heard tons of people going for that, at least in their like 30s, 40s. Like that's something that they want is the forest loop. So, hey, you might get one of those while you're doing this camp. This easy, convenient. Now, the only problem for me would be if somebody would come up here, camp check, blah, blah, blah. They want the camp, and all of a sudden I'm AFK for 1 second too long, and they're stealing the camp type of stuff. Or they start attacking the ones at the bottom of the ramp, and then they want to come up in here and like grab one from here and like start sharing and stuff. Like, that usually doesn't work out for me unless it's a really cool person that just knows what they're doing. Because otherwise, it just leads to chaos, in my opinion. Like, I'm doing this camp, please go away. Don't be like the hall monitor, you know, like monitoring what I'm doing up here, how many I'm killing, and what I am and am not killing. Like, just leave me alone. How about that? All right, did we do splurt? Nope. Splurt. This will be the last kill, sorry. Verdant. You gotta kill them, even though they're green. You might as well kill them. You could get a forest loop, and a ancient could summon the next time. I mean, if you're 58 like me. Otherwise, if you're 57, hopefully the verdants are blue. Not sure. Let's go Dooming Darkness and Vexing Mordania. So this is going a little faster than I thought it was while I'm talking. When I'm not talking, I'm just sitting here staring at the screen. It seemed like I was meditating forever. But seems to be going pretty well when I'm not super duper paying attention to how long I'm meditating and stuff. Yeah, we'll let this giant drop, and that'll probably be the video. Probably the best camp in the Burning Woods. So next time we will move on from the Burning Woods finally. Honestly, I've been in Skyfire still. Skyfire at my spot, root rotting some dragons, some chromadrax, some worms, some mature wyverns, some sky ash drakes, some bottomless gnawers, whatever they're called. Been over there doing that. You know, not gonna lie, still over in Skyfire. And I was trying to get my buffer before I made another video because I wanted to not die and lose my level while I was trying to find something to make a video about. But yeah, we're going to finish off Burning Woods. Let's see if I loot this. Will it aggro? Just while we're... Alright. See what I mean? Like, he's not just rushing over to me. And he's a blue. Oh, he's not a blue. That's the first ancient I've seen that's been green. Huh. I kind of wonder what's over in this place. Here I'm getting curious at the end of a video. What is that? Anyway, I better chill. But yeah, that's the video for today. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you have any more info, put them in the comments. Maybe you know something about this camp I don't know. Where do you want to see me go next? It's either going to be Frontier Mountains, Dreadlands, Shardock, probably one of those. And most likely it's going to be either Frontier Mountains or Dreadlands. Because Shardock, I'm not sure about that. I have to read up on that. And for some reason, it has like 2 different versions online, so I can't even tell which version I'm looking at. So it's kind of confusing. I don't want to go into Shardock and die. So I don't know. I probably want a couple more bubbles into this level before I go into a dungeon that's dangerous like that. It's actually, you know, a place where I'd probably get experience with stuff that's blue in there, because it's not a low-level dungeon by any means, I don't think. But yeah, I would say either Frontier Mountains or Dreadlands next. I think if we go to Dreadlands, we can make a big circle back to over there, and then we've explored a portion of KUNARK at least. So, I don't know. Sounds like Frontier Mountains or Dreadlands for sure. Maybe Dreadlands. Then maybe Karnor's Castle or something. Then back to OT or something. Something like that. I think we got to go to one other zone before we go back to OT, but whatever. That's what you got to look forward to. Trying to do one video a week. I don't know how long it's been between videos this time, but it's probably been a little bit longer than a week. But I'm trying. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.